It's that time of week, the spark question of the week. Hi, I'm Danny Palacio, and I'm so happy you're here. I hope that this spark question supports you, maybe makes you ponder, stop and think, about, what is that? And is that true for me? So this week's question is, what does rest mean? And it's so interesting because I think in our culture, the word rest kind of has a negative connotation. Um, and it might also be replaced with words that we think are the same, but actually aren't. Like, I had a personal experience a couple weeks ago where I was like, oh, I got to release. I need to release. It's time to release. And I was really into the word release. Like, sometimes I get stuck on something. And then all of a sudden I had this moment of, I guess technically release. So I was taking a Qigong class and the teacher said, we were doing universal pose or the tree pose. And the teacher said, now you can relax because the essence is the tree is in front of you and the mountain is behind you. And so you are sandwiched in between these two big, powerful energies. And in that moment, can you just let go? Can you just surrender to that knowingness that a tree in front of you and a mountain behind you, you're not going to fall. You're not going to move. You're going to be supported. And when she said the word rest, you can rest now, I burst into tears and started sobbing because that's what my body wanted this whole time. It didn't really want to release, even though that was part of it. It wanted to relax. And so it's actually where the question came from. So definition, here we go again, because I like definitions and I hope that they are like useful to you. But rest as a verb is cease work or movement in order to relax, refresh oneself, or recover strength. Love that concept. And as a noun, an instance or period of relaxing or ceasing to engage in strenuous or stressful activity. And I think that is a really good definition because it helps clarify what rest is. One, there's a concrete definition. Two, there's an emotional experience around resting. Do you deserve to rest? Is rest laziness? Is rest something that is only available when everything else is done? When that to-do list is 100% checked off, then I'll rest. And that's what we do in our world and in our lives. We put rest last. But what if we put rest first? What if we said, I'm going to rest. I'm going to quiet my mind. I'm going to breathe. Maybe I'll fall asleep. Maybe I won't, but I'm going to rest. I'm going to allow my body the opportunity to rejuvenate, to center, to balance simply by doing nothing. So no cell phone, no TV. I think it's okay to have instrumental music in the background that just maybe is inviting for you to relax. But relax and rest are not the same. So resting is literally coming to stillness for me. And it can be a rest in the moment where you're sitting in your car and you just take that moment to rest and breathe. And sometimes it's a nap for me. Sometimes it's just laying down and just saying, I'm resting. This is what rest is. I'm resting. And even though I might not always feel rested, I know that I took the time, and it's the dedication and devotion to taking that time to rest that actually I think is just as important as resting. So what does it mean to rest for you? And how will you rest moving forward? Rest is not sitting down and doing your to-do list. Rest is not laying down and then doing your gymnastics in the brain of what's coming next. Any time that you're thinking about the future, you can't possibly be resting because you're not in the present. So think about that. I catch myself more and more around that. And it's a concept that we just don't value. And men and women, children, all suffer from not resting. And so whatever you can do to rest, to literally stop, sit down, lay down, stop, give your body the opportunity to catch up, give your brain the opportunity to catch up, give yourself the opportunity to have a beautiful experience. If you think it's not necessary, if you think it's, oh, that's a luxury state that I just don't have time for. And a lot of people will define rest as taking time for themselves. That's self-care. And rest can be part of your self-care, but we often, when we do self-care, we're doing something. We're taking a shower, we're going to a yoga class, we're going to Pilates class, we're taking a walk. All of those things are amazing and important, but they are not rest. Can you do nothing? Can you just lay there? Do nothing. I think in yoga, there's actually the last pose. I forget, I'm really bad at yoga, so forgive me, yoga people. But the last pose is literally laying flat, nothing, doing nothing. Do that. If you feel like you need to do yoga to rest, just do that one pose. Lay there, do nothing. It will help. There's a magic about resting that I can't put into words for you. All I can do is encourage you to rest, to do nothing, to simply stop and allow. Create a moment of allowing. It's pure magic. See if you can do it. I wanted to leave you with, how can you rest more? There's some questions. So I love these. I found these, I think, in an article. Sorry, I should have probably noted what article it was, but it says, how can you rest more? Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is relax. Relaxation is the key to success. The time to relax is when you don't have time for it. Relaxation is not laziness. And don't forget to relax and take care of yourself. Nope. All of those statements use the word relax. I would use the word rest, because rest and relax don't actually have to go together. You might rest and not feel relaxed, but you've stopped. You've stopped and you've rested. And that's important. It's different than relaxing. And so even that article that I thought these statements were good, I did, but I thought they should all say rest instead of relax. So the time to rest is when you don't have time for it. And that's the most important. When you're running around, can you take 1 minute and rest? Again, there's no time limit on this. Sometimes a resting moment for me is to stop, take a deep, slow breath in and a nice long exhale, and sit there and rest. And I tell my body, I am resting. We're taking a moment to rest. And something is different about that. Give it a try. Bring it on as a practice. See if you can feel the difference and know the difference between rest, relax, self-care. They're all very different. So again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And again, if you have any comments, questions, I would love to hear from you. Take care.